Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead, and as you can see, we have chickens. Now, we've raised many livestock animals on the Frugal Homestead before. Whenever you try and shoot, you know a chicken's gonna act up. But we had a very thriving rabbitry that just grew and made tons of money, and it just became too much maintenance. Now, we've had chickens multiple times. Really? You ladies are just gonna start?
Now they're gonna talk.
Making noise now that I start filming. See, chickens, you can't film with chickens. But anyways, so when I went to the store and I couldn't buy eggs, I knew it was time. Really? Tell me all about it. I knew it was time to get chickens again when we couldn't buy eggs. Now, first, I want to preface this by saying I could always go get eggs from my Aunt Carolyn, but my Aunt Carolyn was nice enough to take the time to raise these chickens for us while I was building this coop. Really? Tell me about it, girl. You too. Anyways, so thank you, Aunt Carolyn, for raising these chickens for us. As you can see, they're just reds, nothing special. We wanted to keep it basic, but we took a moment and we built this coop for them. We're going to show you about it. It isn't quite done yet. My beautiful wife decided she wants siding on the outside of it, so she's putting the siding on. But we'll take you through what we've got done so far. So we went A-frame style, as you can see. And then on the bottom, there's 4x4s, and we ran the wire down. And Missy's going to put some weed fabric down and put stones down we're getting for free. And we're going to line the whole thing all the way around with it. Now, we have put latches for locking on our doors. So as you can see, it's not a very big door, but it serves the purpose. Now, on the inside here, they've got their chicken walk that goes to a door that has another latch that we can put them away at night. And the nice thing is that my wife actually uses this stick to reach in and open it in the morning, and the girls just push the door open and come out. You want to show them how that door closes, honey? Mm-hmm. So that's how simple it is. She can use the stick to close it at night, and she can open it back up with the stick. Now, the front of it here is going to be painted. This is some Dutch lap, some wood lap. The rest of it has been done with plywood. It does have a metal roof that needs the brake metal still put on all the way around. We'll have to break the edge for the drip edge. And then here is the door with a latch. And then we're still experimenting in here with how they like to roost and stuff. We've got ledgers and crossbars all up in there, but they seem to like this box for the nesting rather than the whole open area. So we've been using this and letting them drop their eggs in there. And as you can see, we've got a couple, but they're kind of testing out. Sometimes they'll lay here, sometimes they'll lay here. Now, this under area was built here for a reason. That way we can take a broom or something and just pull to clean out the inside of their building. Now, what you don't see is I had a bunch of scrap of this plastic decking, and we have done the floor out of plastic decking, but underneath that, you can't really see it. It's right there, you can see it. This is built on 6x6s, but has a plastic pallet underneath this. So this thing's entire floor is made out of plastic. It will never rot out, ever. So plastic pallet for the subfloor frame, and then actual plastic decking for the actual floor. And that was all free. A lot of this build was free. Free stuff we had laying around. The latches, they were free. We had them laying around. We did buy the hinging. We did buy this piece of plywood. And then most of the treated that we used for the A-frame out there, we bought new. We had some of it. Now these stones, Missy has a place she can go pick these up where they fall off the side of a embankment. and they actually get in the way of the railroad company, so she picks these up and hauls them out. But she'll end up siding this whole side, and the upper and lower. But honey, this was your baby. What do you think?
I love it. I like the design. Works out well with everything. I'm really amazed that the chickens don't come out the door since it's so big.
Yeah, they don't.
Whenever I open up the door, they're just like, they don't even pay attention to me. But that's Aunt Carolyn's chickens. Aunt Carolyn's chickens are so tame. Those are her babies, so. But it's really nice to be able to get our own eggs again.
So, we actually used to have a tractor style down on the lot, and it just did not work out well. I mean, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Our chickens were never really happy. We'd move it to areas so it wouldn't get muddy and then it'd get too hot. This is kind of a semi-shaded area, but it stays dry, and it's kind of on a hillside enough that it runs any water away.
Right.
This actually was not built to be their long-term home though. This was actually built to have some like pretty banny sized ones for our granddaughter to take care of. But this just kind of worked out that Aunt Carolyn had a few extra chickens and was willing to raise them up a little more for us, which we appreciate her patience, because this took me a long time to do because I actually couldn't get material because we were on quarantine. But in the future, we're going to build a bigger run and a bigger box for these girls and put them down farther on the lot in another nice place, and then get some pretty chickens and some bannies in here for Olivia to basically be able to take care of every day and teach her a little bit of responsibility. But she does good coming out taking care of these girls when she's here.
She does. She loves coming out and taking care of them.
And she just learned that chickens poop eggs out their butt. That's what she says. So, but we just use a standard chicken wire, you know, nothing special. I think we're in the neighborhood of about $200 in this, but like I said, a lot of this is like reclaimed or used stuff we had sitting around here. I like it because I never have to worry about the floor rotting out, because it's on 6x6 posts that were cutoffs that I had. We put concrete under them, we put concrete in them, and then the floor, being the black plastic pallets with plastic decking for the floor, means this thing is never going to rot out. The floor will never rot out in this. I may have to replace their chicken walk, I may have to replace doors and hinges and stuff along the way, but as far as the base of this thing, it's built solid enough. It should never wear out, honestly.
I like it because I can lock them up at night.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we do have foxes and stuff that'll come up and try and snag
And
the chickens
coons
here.
and possums. We got things that'll come after them, so it's nice to know that they're safe. But they're also pretty close to the house here too. That road is literally right there. The garage is literally right there. Our house is literally right there. So they're pretty close in proximity. But they only make noise when I come out here and start filming. Other than that, they're pretty quiet. They don't bother anybody.
So we haven't quite decided about a watering system or a feeding system, or really we're still playing around with how much these chickens like to eat in order to keep them laying good. Right now we're getting 4 eggs a day from 6 chickens. I think that's pretty good. And for now I have a cooler down there, an old small cooler, lunch cooler that I've been using for the water. We'll figure out something different. We're still kind of investigating different watering, feeding methods. I do have one of the big feeders that we had before, but it seems to be like it's a bit much, almost too much for 6 chickens. So I'm not quite sure. We're going to put a top on the top of this, and I still have to side it, and I'm going to paint it because I want it to look cute for whenever Olivia comes out here and takes care of the chickens. She really loves the chickens. And I got to get the rest of the stone around it. So still a lot to do. Lots to do as always. But once we get all that done, we'll bring you back. We'll show you how we finished, what we decided for the watering system, the feeding system, and everything else. Let us know what you think about it so far, or if you got any suggestions. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you can see all of our upcoming videos, because here on the Frugal Homestead, we are going to be busy this summer. We got tons more planning to do. We got tons more to get done. Obviously, we're finishing the chicken coop, or I am. Tony's did the majority of his work. So, lots going on. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming along.